Well, umbuzo now is uBobby Mtaung and Kaiser Jr. have any feelings on Kaiser Chiefs losing matches? Like they've been losing matches back to back. Do they feel anything when Kaiser Chiefs loses some games? That's the question number one. Question number two is going to our coach Bobabil Kaze Nobel Yusuf. You guys knew Miguel was injured. From the Orlando Pirates game, he was injured on that game. And this morning you knew that he was injured and you were monitoring him all morning, all day, all afternoon. But you did not bring a possible replacement, a possible right centre back defender. You did not prepare a player that will actually slot in into that position should he is not fit to play, because you knew he was injured. That's the second question. Now the third question is, there are Kaizer Chiefs supporters who came all the way from Gauteng province to KZN who need to book an accommodation tonight to actually sleep and go back to Johannesburg or Gauteng tomorrow. Not only from Gauteng, others are from Mpumalanga, others are from Eastern Cape, Western Cape, all over the country who came to Durban to watch Kaizer Chiefs plays. And Kaizer Chiefs with the type of game that they displayed namhlanje, which was not good at all. The standard of football they showed was not good at all. If Ubobi and his brother sees that performance and then have it in mind that there are people who came from outside KZN who bought ticket, bought flight, if they came with a flight or whatever the transport may be, came to KZN and they will need an accommodation in KZN to sleep and then drive back if they drive, or take a flight tomorrow to go back to their provinces, or get into a taxi back home, and they need to wake up in the morning, some of them, and go to work. But they sacrificed this moment to go and support the Kaizer Chiefs, and the Kaizer Chiefs went and displayed that kind of a game. Worst of all, lost to Richards Bay. I have those three questions, and then we get to how Kaizer Chiefs lose the game. Now, pronto, buonasera, pronto, buongiorno. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nevertheless Commentaries. I'm your host, Simon Davidson Sport, your favorite ank on the net. So we're live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook because my lives here are suspended for now. I was flagged during a game derby. So I have a copyright strike. My lives are suspended. So Facebook is what we are using in terms of seeing my games. Now, coming to Orlando Kaizer Chiefs, they reintroduced Bruce Vuma again. He was playing with Orlando Pirates and considered 3 goals. Today he started the game and also considered a goal. But he had some brilliant saves. I'm not going to lie. There was a moment where he made triple save to actually keep the score respectful for Kaizer Chiefs. Hence, it's 1-0. If it wasn't for Bruce Vuma, it would have been a worse than 1-0. So we need to actually give a round of applause for Bruce Vuma. Number 2, if you buga backline yakhona, Conor Solomons, a right full back, Ushinga as a left full back. But if you look at the center pairing, my central defender yakhona, McCarthy, who is a left center back, played with Cross, who is a left full back. Today was slotted in as a left center back. I think he was decent in my opinion. He's one of the players in Kaizer Chiefs who were having a beautiful game. I think also he may have been a little bit slow in terms of passing yake, but overall performance, I think he was decent. Out of everybody that was playing there, I think in terms of making sure that they defend and they cover every mistakes that were happening while the Chiefs was moving forward, I think him and Mabo were excellent in terms of defense. The cover Mabo, I think, was excellent. I thought, because I saw Umthetho namhlanje, I thought Umthetho was the one who was going to play that protective role as a number 6. But if you looked at how Kaizer Chiefs played, you could see that Mabo is the one that is playing as a 6, and then Umthetho is playing more of an 8. Though somehow it looked like they were going to play double pivot, but it wasn't the case. Umthetho was the one that was constantly driving the ball forward. They have Uchizlet, who was supposed to play as a number 10, and then Sirino Novelebai. I think lineup from Umabowi, Uvelebai, which is that Sirino was decent, and the fact that they have Silva and out number 9 as a striker, I think that was excellent. Where I'm complaining is that slot in Sagamteto, and then the unpreparedness of the coaches, because they knew that there's a problem with Miguel Cardoso, but they did not bring a right centre back to actually replace him there, so that they give shape with Team Shitiabo and also the balance. So Team Yabo was a little bit leaning towards the left, because these two centre backs were left-footed. Not only that, if you look at Uchislet, Novelebai, they were overloading the side left, which means it was a little bit hard to actually function on that side. We did not see much of Velepai, but we know Velepai is very, very excellent. I think if battle between Velepai and Skakane wasn't there, because Uchislet also chose to actually lean towards that side and overload that side, which proved that side non-functioning. So Kaizer Chiefs had no number 10, because also Serrano was playing on a right as a little bit of a right winger. That's what I saw. Sometimes he tucked in and played the number 10 role. He's excellent at that. And I think in the first half, he played a very, very brilliant ball, coming in as a number 10 to find the Solomons, who whipped in a cross, and the Chiefs could have capitalized on that, but unfortunately they didn't use the chance and scored the goal. I think that was the only decent chance that the Chiefs created. It should have resulted in a goal, but it wasn't to be. It was Sirino coming in as a number 10, who sprayed a pass and find Solomons on the right, who whipped in a very, very beautiful cross, but inside the box it find nobody. So Mtunega, Skakane, Umtungwa were proven to be resilient against Kaizer Chiefs. And also Otieno, I think he was also solid as a goalkeeper. He made sure that whatever attempts that Kaizer Chiefs were trying, especially on corner kicks, he was there to actually help in defense of that. I think Umtetwa, Uzkali, Umtembu, when I'm looking at Richards Bay, I think they won a battle in the middle. It's amazing, because if you look at Richards Bay, they were playing with a single pivot, Umtetwa. Then in front of him there was Umtembu, Uzkali. But they won that midfield battle, because which is that decided to move away from the center towards the side, which then made Umtetwa on the Richards Bay side to have actually a free role, a free roaming person. His only job was to shield the defense and then initiate play and progressive play, moving forward towards Skali Mtembo or Toluban's side in, or else Kumedo on the other side. And also Mahala, I think it was very, very present, Lapago McCarthy, Beno Cross, which I think Richards Bay was a little bit over Kaizer Chiefs in terms of ball positioning strategically. I think they were better in terms of planning, and you could see that they wanted to capitalize on the fact that Ukros and McCarthy, both of them as central defenders, they don't have much pace, so they wanted to capitalize on that. But fortunately, Solomons is pacey, so he made sure that Ugumedo, though he was brilliant, but he made sure that he tries by all means actually prevent the embarrassment that might come from that wing play. On the other side, to Shinga, I think he kept his position very, very well. Though in terms of confidence, I think he's Amshara, and also in terms of helping the team build from the back moving forward, I think you need to fix on that. But other than that, I don't think there was a problem as far as his game is concerned, or that he got tired during the game. So Chiefs made some changes. They brought in Ulilepo for Sirino, Chabalala for Chislet, Unrobo for Umteto, and then Batman for Silva. Later on, they brought in Dupree for Dupree came in for Uvelebai. But there's a remark that I made last week that when they introduce Umabo and Unrobo, they are more of the same player, because they are good on the ball, on possession of the ball, but when it comes to marking, then it's a problem. Then it becomes a problem. On the 69th minute, Gumede scored a goal. A Toddy bowler from Ubans. Kaizer Chiefs was attacking, and then Lopola Liwa while the Chiefs was attacking. So they were out of shape, and then Richards Bay used that moment to actually plays Ibola lapha espacing esebesele lapha emuva, and then fortunately Ubans was there, and Shinga was nowhere to be found, and also Cross was not there to actually cover. Even Aman midfielders was not there because they were attacking, and this was a counter attack. So they found Ubans on a good position to help the Kaizer Chiefs, and he didn't actually waste the opportunity. He plays a cross in and find Gumede, Obulali defender, Obulali goalkeeper, and then he slots it to the back of the net. That's how Richards Bay won this game. Hard luck to Amakosi. I don't see them winning the next game because if you look at yellow cards now and also my injuries now, it's going to be very, very hard to actually bring a team that can win the match going to the next match. And with them having these two coaches right now, I don't think it serves the Kaizer Chiefs right to keep these coaches because I don't think they are winning a dressing room. I think the dressing room have split it into half, I think. So with that being said, in the next game for the Kaizer Chiefs, it's going to be a lose. This is Nevertheless Commentaries. I will see you on the next one. Or tomorrow after I game Pagania. Pagania is playing tomorrow. So we'll see that on Facebook and then come back and do our analysis here. Thank you. I love you all. May God bless you. Good night. A pronto, Pia Seri.